Jerry Walls and David Baggett, in their book Good God, stated this way: ethics must be understood relationally. It's not a matter of following the rules. It's not ultimately even a matter of finding forgiveness and being transformed into a state of moral perfection. It's about relationships with the God whose triune nature enabled him to be a God of perfect love before any human beings were created. As much as human nature might provide clues to the content of morality, this is why, at the end of the day, we are inclined to say that it is God's nature and image, in whose ours was created, that ultimately reveal the most veridical picture of moral reality. The Trinity is the ultimate morality, the ultimate reality if Christianity is true. A God whose nature is reciprocal, self-giving, unselfish love. The bedrock of reality is this personal God with whom we are invited to be in relationship. That's the purpose of humanity. So, the hallmark of purpose is design. If we see design, we see purpose, because we were done on purpose. What is that purpose? It is relationship. The implication, point 2, of purpose is value, objective value, independent of human opinion. We value race, gender, and ethnicity, especially in this country. I shouldn't say all human beings do, because all human beings don't. Ethnic cleansing and racial discrimination and gender subjugation happens all the time in this world, including in this country. But as a fundamental principle, I hope everyone in this room agrees that race ought not to be violated, that gender ought not to be violated, that ethnicity ought not to be violated. In fact, all these things should be cherished. Why is that? Why? Why is it wrong to discriminate against someone because they're black? Why? Well, under the law, under the 14th Amendment and other and jurisprudence that follows from it, from the Constitution of the United States, it is illegal to discriminate against similarly situated people, meaning that if someone's black, if someone's white, and they're both qualified for a certain job, you can't say the black guy can't get the job because he's black, because he's similarly situated. He's qualified and he's qualified. You need to have a real distinction between the two in order to make a decision about who gets the job, as but one example. Do you know why that is? Because it's arbitrary that he happens to have darker skin than him. It's an arbitrary characteristic. It's unfair to judge somebody based on an arbitrary characteristic. It just seems unfair. But ask yourself this question. So? So what? Why do we care about that? Not because of its mere arbitrariness, because think about how racist the statement actually is. Well, it's unfair to treat him disparately because he's black, because had he had a choice, he'd have chose differently. That's racist. No, the reason why it's unfair to discriminate against someone because of their ethnicity or their race is because race is sacred. Not because it's arbitrary, because it's sacred. Sexuality is sacred. Ethnicity is sacred. That's why it's a violation. It's something that bothers us to the core of us as a nation and as a people when it's violated. It is the bedrock of this country. Turning to another bedrock of this country is the bedrock of this country is inalienable rights. One of the, sort of inspirational documents of the American Revolution is, of course, the Declaration of Independence. And in that document, Jefferson says that we all have inalienable rights. Whether you think the Creator gave them to us or not isn't the point right now, but he says that we all have inalienable rights. An inalienable right, by definition, to be inalienable is a right that cannot be taken away. That's what inalienable means. But what is the source of that right? The right to life or liberty or the pursuit of happiness, or to be free from discrimination, or to be free from being jailed without due process. What is the source of that right? That inalienable right that cannot be taken away by human beings or a group of human beings. It cannot be humanity. It cannot be. Because think about this. The authority to grant or to bestow a right is the authority to take it away. If you somehow have this authority, or a group of people have authority to grant rights, then you certainly have the authority to just take them away. They cease being inalienable. So if humanity is the source of inalienable rights, then they are no longer inalienable. And if you don't believe in inalienable rights, then you don't believe in America. Now, I know that sounds like one of these, I gotcha, because you're un-American. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the fundamental principle of America is inalienable rights. And if you don't believe they exist, then you have a problem with the fundamentals of this country.